Hey, wait a minute. I've seen you before. You look familiar. What? What do you mean? You. I've seen you before. You look familiar. I've seen your face somewhere. What are you talking about? I've never seen you before in my life. No, you look like someone I've seen before. What's your name? My name? It's John Lee. My name is John Lee. Yeah, John Lee. John Lee. Your name is John Lee. Like Zhong Li? Like Zhong Li. Zhong Li? No, it's completely different. My name is John Lee, okay? Not Zhong Li. I've never even heard of that. I don't even know who that is. You're the Geo Archon, aren't you? But no, the Geo. Are you crazy? I am John Lee. Okay, first name John, last name Lee.
Hey everyone, the Geo Archon's over here. Come look.
You can even confuse the two, okay? Those names are completely different. I am John Lee. You're thinking of Zhong Li. We all know Zhong Li. He's one of the best shield characters in the game, and one of the best 5 stars who can basically go on any team. He's a super important character for the meta, but he's also one of the most significant characters when it comes to lore. As you may be aware, he's also got a few other names: Rex Lapis, Morax, the God of Contracts, and the Geo Archon. But what exactly do all of these names and titles mean? Where do they come from, and why is it important? Well, in this video, I'd like to talk about one of the oldest characters in the game and the oldest god, Rex Lapis. So let's start simple. Who is Zhong Li? Well, Zhong Li is the current name of the identity of the Geo Archon. Being 6,000 years old means you get a few liberties in life. You know, you get to change up your appearance and name to keep up with the times. So what is his actual name then? Well, I suppose this depends on who you ask. If you ask the people of Liyue, they would probably tell you his name is Rex Lapis. If you ask the second oldest god Barbados, aka Venti, he would probably tell you his name is Morax. But if you ask the Traveler, they would tell you his name is Zhong Li. So, do you get what I'm saying? Rex Lapis is the polite and respectful title of the people of Liyue give Morax, and Morax is his godly name, and Zhong Li is simply his human name. But we're going to talk a bit more about this whole Rex Lapis thing. You see, Rex Lapis is also the name of the half-dragon form that Zhong Li takes during the Rite of Dissension. Basically, once a year in Liyue, he takes this form as a rite and a festival, and gives guidance to the people of Liyue. So this name also refers to the dragon form, and you can say that the people of Liyue really see this form as the true Rex Lapis. Similar to how Barbados had a different form prior to becoming Venti. But this is interesting because the origin of the name Morax actually comes from the Lesser Key of Solomon. This is a fictional book about demons that became very popular after it was written in the 17th century. Morax is one of the presidents of Hell, and he teaches people about astronomy and science. He apparently would also give familiars, which are basically like spirits, to his subjects, and they knew everything there was to know about herbs and precious stones. Sounds a little familiar. Now, I don't mean to go on a tangent here, but I'm gonna go on a tangent here. You see, making references to demons in Genshin Impact might seem like a bit of a stretch, but there's actually a lot of references to demons in Genshin Impact, and a lot of them pull it specifically from the Lesser Key of Solomon. Basically, every Archon's real name is a demon's name, and so is Paimon, who is the demon king, so that's probably worth making another video on. Familiars also exist in this game already, as Fischl actually has a familiar summon with her abilities, Oz, the raven thing that she summons around. So both of these things seem like crazy concepts, but they're actually in the game already. Alright, tangent over. So we all know Rex Lapis is the Geo Archon now, but did you know he's so powerful with the Geo element, he actually formed Liyue? That's right, not only does he lead Liyue, but he formed Liyue. It's not the only mark on Teyvat he's made in the years. Guyun's Stone Forest was formed when Zhong Li defeated Osile. The pillars you see actually aren't natural. They are the lances Zhong Li threw from the sky while he was fighting Osile. That's crazy. King Qi village was formed when Zhong Li defeated Qi, the water god, and upon defeat, basically the water in the village is formed from the blood of the god. and the terraces are formed from its scales. It's said that Zhongli actually even raised Mount Tianhang from the ground. There's very few places in Liyue that are not directly related to Zhongli and his power. Zhongli is the Geo-Archon, but he's also been called the God of War for all the accomplishments and battles he's endured. Of course, he's defeated Osial and Qi, but he's also defeated countless other nameless gods and protected Liyue for so long, he's grown a bit weary of combat in general. Despite being one of the most powerful characters in the game lore-wise, after living 6,000 years of fights, you probably start to want to resolve your issues in a bit more of a civil way. This is why he's also known as the God of Contracts, as he makes contracts to try and compromise to not end everything in a bout of bloodshed. Most notably, he actually gave away his Gnosis to the Teresa in a contract, which really goes to show his devotion to, contracts, I guess? Before the formation of Liyue, Zhongli enlisted the help of the Illuminated Beasts in order to protect Liyue. Essentially, he formed a contract with them to help protect Liyue against other gods, his enemies, and demons, who the later of which were fought exclusively by the Yaksha. Both of these two, the Adepti and the Yaksha, I have videos on already, so I won't spend too much time on them, but I do find it important to point out not only is Zhongli already super powerful on his own, but he also leads the Adepti and Shao, both of which I have videos on and you should check out because Yaksha lore is awesome. The god of dust, Guizhong, was basically the right-hand woman of Zhongli, and they often worked together and became very close. But sometime during the Archon War, she was actually defeated, and no one knows what actually defeated her, but you could see the aftermath in Diahuo Marsh where the battle took place. You see, Diahuo Marsh was not always a swamp, and was originally described as a lush location, so whatever defeated her was probably associated with water. She also formed the Guili Assembly, which is a combination of her name and Zhongli's name. You see, her name is Gui Zhong, and then you have the Li from Zhongli's name. There's a lot more lore on this, but because this is a video on Zhongli, and not the God of Dust, that about sums it up. Aztaha, on the other hand, was originally a blind creature who lived underground. Morax actually gave him the ability to see and took him from underneath the surface to see the world, where they would eventually become great friends. As you know, they are both dragon things. Long story short, Aztaha was kind of a god, or would rather become a god, of the ley lines, which I actually have a video on if you're interested. But as these were being destroyed in the mining of the chasm, this caused great pain to Aztaha, so much pain that it actually would erode his mind until he forgot the face of Morax, and would start attacking humans on instinct. Morax would seal him away in the Dragon Quelling Tree, the conveniently named Dragon Quelling Tree. Another long story short, he manages to break the seal, and what do you guess, Zhongli and the Traveler defeat Aztaha. I bet you didn't see that one coming. As it currently stands, Zhongli is no longer in possession of his Gnosis, and no longer leads Liyue. I think after 6,000 years of ruling humanity, he's basically decided to take a step back and let the puny humans fight their own wars and roll the dice and see what happens, if they can rule themselves or not. He still set up the framework of Liyue and the Adepti and all the infrastructure, and is now ready to see what the humans make of it all. Now he works at the Wangsheng funeral parlor with Hu Tao, and if that's not a glow up, I don't know what is. I hope you all enjoyed this video. I enjoyed making it, as Zhongli is one of the most lore-rich characters, and I could have made this video a lot longer, but I think it basically sums up some of the most important parts. If you'd like to see more videos discussing specific characters and archons in the future, go ahead and leave a comment. And remember, feel free to join the Discord with the link in the description to personally make suggestions or discuss lore with me in the future. I think my next video is going to be on the power scaling of Morax, so keep your eyes peeled for that one, and I hope to see you guys in the next video. But as always, thank you for watching.